All right, good afternoon, Year 7s. We're going to have a look at simplifying rates. But first of all, what's a rate? Well, this question here, simplify the following rates. A rate is a comparison. It's comparing one unit of measurement to another, like centimeters per second or kilometers per hour, right? You might find that a useful one to know, kilometers per hour, right? When you're in the car, when you get your driver's license, you're going to have to know how to drive at a particular speed. And in Australia, commonly on the roads, we use kilometers per hour, right? And so have a look at the first question, simplifying riding 24 kilometers in 2 hours. The units are kilometers and then hours. Generally, when we simplify rates, the second unit in all of these are the units that we want to try and simplify as much as possible. In fact, if we can get the number in front of the unit to equal 1, then we've simplified as much as we can. And that's going to be the goal here today. Kind of like fractions, whatever you do to one number or one unit, you kind of got to do to the other. So let's have a look here. Riding 24 kilometers in 2 hours. Well, let's just imagine this line represents 24 kilometers. 24 kilometers. And it takes 2 hours to complete 24 kilometers. So the green line can be time and the blue line can be distance. So if it takes 24 kilometers for 2 hours, then simplifying this in 1 hour, so half of the 2 hours, we simply just say then that half of 24, which is 12 kilometers, will be our new simplified rate. So what's the answer here? It would be not 24 kilometers in 2 hours, but it would be 12 kilometers per single or 1 hour. And this is how we can write it. There's two options here. You can write it like this. 12, let me use a thinner stylus. 12 kilometers in 1 hour. Or you can write it like this. 12 kilometers / that just means per or in 1 hour. So you don't have to write the actual number 1 here. You can if you want. But if you just have a 1 there, it means that you don't have to write it. You could ignore it. Okay. All right, next one. Clapping 120 times in 30 seconds. So the shortcut method for this, instead of having to draw a picture, is basically I'm just trying to convert 30 into 1. How do I turn 30 into 1? Well, I simply divide 30 by itself. So 30, and just above this, I'm going to write divided by 30. Now, whatever I do to one unit, I must do to the other. So I'm going to divide 120 by 30 as well. Okay, that's the whole point of these questions, is to convert the second unit to the number 1, and then whatever you do to this side, you've got to do to that side. So here we go. The answer will be, all right, 120 divided by 30. So the way I'm going to do it is I'm just going to count up by 30s. 30, 60, 90, 120. How many 30s fit inside of 120? The answer will be 4. So I'll get 4 times per second. That's it. Next, I'll do one more and then I'll leave it with you to do the next. I'm going to delete this. All right, last one. Spending $28 on 4 kilos of lollies. Remember, this part here, this unit, the second unit, we need to try and turn that into 1. So what can you do to 4 to turn it into 1? Well, again, you divide by itself. So 4 divided by 4 will give you 1, and whatever you do to one unit, you've got to do to the other. So divide 28 by 4, and you'll get 7, right? 28 divided by 4 is 7. So the answer will be $7 per kilo or kilogram. All right, that's going to be the end of this video on simplifying the following rates. The next problem, or the next video, will be on solving rate problems, question 5. Thanks, bye.